What's poppin', big sippers? It's your girl, Brittany G.
And Notorious Till. And you're tuned into episode 10 of AunTEA Talk. You need to know I was going to say that. Yes, baby, this is episode 10.
Happy episode 10.
Yes. Big sippers. Big sippers. Welcome to episode 10 of AunTEA Talk. As you know, we go ahead and slide into our sip tea. For today's sip tea, we have high quality H2O. And Brittany infused it with lemons and strawberries. So I haven't even had none yet, y'all. But I'm so ready to drink this water. Sometimes you just
can't see one of my strawberries.
It's so refreshing. Sometimes you just need.
Sorry.
Sometimes you just need that water, man. We had a joyous night, so
we had a time last
night. So yeah, we're taking it slow tonight. But y'all gonna catch that later on. We're gonna give y'all the tea on that later on. But let's go ahead and get into our sponsorship opportunities.
So, as you already know, AunTEA Talk, we have sponsorship opportunities for dope Black-owned businesses, such as tea companies, Black-owned adult games, adult beverages, aromatics such as candles, candle waxes, incense, plug-ins, anything that gets the aroma going, we want it. And we're also looking for adult game companies. So, if you know or if you have one, make sure you send them to AunTEA Talk.
And also, if you're a minority-owned businesses and you're looking for unique ways to promote your product or services, we have a tea shop for you to join. If you're interested in joining our tea shop, email us at AunTEATalkpodcast@gmail.com.
I had to, I just saw you just keep moving.
Because I'm low-key, I'm tired, so I'm just trying to keep my body moving.
And we recording late.
Yeah.
So.
And we were supposed to record earlier, but
we had a time last night. So hit me with that message today. I was asleep anyway. I know I said that I wanted to record early because it's Saturday. And this is our first time recording on Saturday. But I know I said I wanted to record early, but
it ain't finna happen.
And shit, then I need to lay that down.
It ain't finna happen.
I laid that down twice today. This morning I woke up at 7. You know, my body crazy.
Yeah.
Woke up at 7. I stayed up till like 9-ish. Then I went back to sleep. So when you had done called me like 11 something, I was still asleep. I woke back up at 12. Then we took another nap. I hit her up because we were supposed to be starting around 4 today. I hit her up, was like, bro, I'm finna take me a nap, bro. I can't. This sleep on my ass today.
And I had just woke up from a nap. Like, it was 7 minutes ago. You had sent that text message. And I was like, all right, well, let me know when you wake up. Then lay my head right back down. So, yeah. Yeah, we had a time last night. But you want to go ahead and give them a check-in?
Okay. So my check-in for this week will be I started therapy last week, and I never told you about it because I originally thought about it being my check-in, but afterwards I was like, I don't know if I want it to be my check-in.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is the same day as my first day of therapy was I had 3 mental breakdowns that day. And it's actually kind of good that we're talking about mental health today.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my check-in. But anyway, I had 3 mental breakdowns that same day that I had therapy. And I'm not knocking it, but I was kind of, that's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
And the reason why I would say that is because I felt like being that I was having those mental breakdowns that day, that'd be like perfect timing for me to have therapy. But we were more so doing worksheets. And I'm like, bro, I just told you I had 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3 mental breakdowns today. You want me to do a fucking worksheet? Granted, I'm sure that's probably what you already had on the agenda to, like, you know, get to know me. But I just felt like it was a cry. It was a cry for help at that moment, and
you was ready to talk.
Yeah, I was ready to talk that day. Yeah, I really was ready to talk.
So did you express that, or you just?
No, I didn't. I did go with the motions she asked me, like, you know, what she did, like, engage in. It was like, you know, what was going on. At first I was telling her, I don't really know, but I do know I'm very overwhelmed or whatever. And I don't know, but like I said, it just didn't go the way that I thought it would. And then I did get some good things out of it, like she did, you know. I'll get to that later on. And then, but another part of the check-in is I have access to, because I do BetterHelp, and it's virtually. And I have access to group sessions as well. So this week I signed up for a group session. This session was called Anxiety and Handling Anxiety and Stress in a Relationship. And I when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely got to sign up for this or whatever, because everybody deals with some type of anxiety and stress in your relationship. Like, it don't matter how good your bond is or how good things are going on, you're going to have some type of stress there or something that makes you anxious or whatever. So that's where I'm at. That's my check-in for this week. What's yours?
This week was kind of laid back, but it was also busy. So I started working. You know how I told y'all, like, I don't have a summer job. It was just like a summer. I don't consider it to be a job. It's just an obligation. This is something that I just enjoy doing each and every summer. So, I started that back this week. Well, we actually did orientation. So, now it's just like, now I have to get my mind wrapped around. I got to wake up and go to work, you know. Granted, it's only like 3 days a week or whatever, which is cool. It's no issue at all, but it's just like from not, you know, like.
You're getting back in the swing of it.
Yeah, whatever. So, started that. I did me a productivity board.
Yeah.
So I actually got inspired by my mentee. She's an uprising sophomore at NCAT, North Carolina A&T, and she did a productivity board and she made a reel about it. And I was like, you know what? That's something that I want to do. So I created my own categories. The categories is goals, tasks, self-care, and affirmations. And under each whatever, I came up with like different, I guess, influential quotes or whatever, like that I just came up with to kind of like push me through or whatever. So yeah, that's my check-in for this week. So
Okay, cool.
we slide into this T-flip. And for today's T-flip, we have Charge It to the Game. You ready?
We do T-shop.
We did do T-shop. Yes.
Alright, go ahead. T-flip.
We had a time last night. I'm not cutting it either. We had a time last night. Okay.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pop out the T-flip Charge to the Game today. If you ever played the lotto, drink and quit throwing your money away.
I've definitely played.
Hey,
them
yeah.
Mega
Maybe I was
Millions,
just about to say
man.
them the only
What?
ones I'm gonna play. And if you want to say I'm throwing my money away, then I throw it away. Well, he ain't.
Well, I didn't want to stop. Oh, wait. Vote. Better nights out. Okay, vote. Better nights out, bars or clubs? Bars.
Bar me, baby.
Bars.
Bar me, baby. Wait. Tie equals everyone drinks.
Oh, shoot.
You
It
didn't
ain't
say
it.
that part.
Reading is fundamental. I just thought. Well, it's not a tie. We both said the same thing.
When they make it a tie? Oh, well, no.
No.
Well. Nah. We don't even got no liquor. It's a charge to the game. Take a shot. Name alcoholic beverages. First one to mess up, drink up. So we gonna name like liquors, or do we want to name like cocktails, like actually drinks?
No, let's name liquors.
Syrup mango.
Peach, mango. I just, cause you
I know.
you threw me out with the actual flavor.
I know. Yeah. You better be glad this water. Drink your water, girl.
I need it. So,
cause we had a time last night. We had such a time last night. Lexus with a group chat today. I'm forever remember your 31st birthday.
Okay, what's the boldest DM you ever sent? Best one gives out a drink.
I know it. The boldest DM. That's what it said.
Best one gives out a drink. So I guess you got to say one too. I just do one.
Okay.
Because we ain't drinking no liquor no way.
Yeah.
I shot my shot.
This is I know when you talking about.
I slid into dude DM, like, I just shot my shot. That was my first time ever doing something like that.
And what you got out of it?
It wasn't no slam dunk. It went in the basket. Like, it was cool. It was a cool little situation for a little while. But, yeah it wasn't no slam dunk or whatever.
Okay. How many we did? So, this time I ask one. Name words that rhyme with drink. Damn. First play to mess up, you know what to do. This is what it say, you know what to do.
Okay.
Drink. Shrink.
Wink.
Mink.
Sink.
Link.
Kink. Kink.
Clearly I'm good at this.
You know I'm not good at no hesitation games. Like
but I can't believe my ADD ass brain can stay on
my
stage.
brain, hey. Last quart of the night. Drink if your mom ever asked you got McDonald's money. Shout out to Glenda Ann.
That's just a black mama spirit, because my mama is straight out of Africa, baby. And my mama done said that before. Or we got food at the house.
Yeah. Well, that wraps up tea flip, and it's time to move into our tea spill. So, like, as Brittany checked in with us and mentioned, today's episode is going to be about mental health. Mm-hmm. And this is a topic that we both feel like is definitely needed to be spoken upon. Especially with our personal, shine light, and share our personal experiences, or whatever. So, I did want to pop it off with a article.
Go ahead.
So I found the article, and y'all know typically I try to look for articles like from millennials and black people, but this one just stuck with me. But this article is called "Exploring the Mental Health Stigma in Black Communities" by Amy Morin. Mm-hmm. And she's a licensed social worker. And it was medically reviewed by King Marsh. But anyway, so I just wanted to just kind of dive into the stigma that mental health has in the black community. Or whatever. So, like, basically she was saying how it's basically formed through experience, cultural traditions, and formal education. And, like, basically our views against mental health just start like with really family and friends, because that's who we're around most of the time. So, like, one of the examples is, you have that crazy uncle, and that's your mom and them always talking about. So now you're going to always associate. And okay, you have this crazy uncle that your folks are always talking about, and he gets sent to a crazy home.
Going to see a shrink.
Yeah. And now you associate that with, like, you can't be a functioning person in society if you have mental health issues. So with that being said, I'm just gonna keep everything to myself. Or whatever.
Barely get out. This nigga barely get out.
That's why he said, "Help me."
But also to like piggyback off of what you're saying though, a lot of times being with that negative stigma, like how you were saying, people feel like you can't, still function just because you have something going on mentally or whatever.
Focus.
Don't worry about it.
Y'all, we had a time last night. That's all I'm like.
Nah, I be telling y'all know how my mind bounces around. Real ADD.
But another fact that she brought up was black adults in the U.S. are more likely than white adults to report symptoms of emotional distress, such as sadness, hopelessness, and feelings that everything is an effort. And again, like I said, I feel like we're more prone to mental health issues because of all the bullshit that we deal with, like just being black in America. So we have racism, we have, all these different inequalities that we face, injustices that we face or whatever. And on top of that, I got whatever else going on, and I just really got to keep it to myself because of this stigma that we have in the black community versus me just going and get help. This just going to be something that continues to build, grow, and grow. And now I got this major mental health issue when I just could have spoke about it.
Right. Okay, I remember what I was saying. So what I was going to say is, with this stigma, like how you got that crazy uncle that's always be like, Uncle Ray need to go get help.
Yeah.
He's so crazy, he need to go get help. So now you feel like you're anxious and you got so much going on inside. You going through agony or whatever. But we both had to clear out at the same time. But you going through agony on the inside, and it's like you want help, but you don't want to because now you gotta think it like, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Because I want help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's that fear. That fear that come along with it. Like how my folks gonna view me? How people gonna view me? They gonna be talking about me like this behind my back?
Or if they do become open to it or whatever, it's like they keep it as a secret because they don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
we just gotta break this thing. Well, it is being broken because a lot more people are more open about it.
Yes.
And are willing to do it.
Yes. And one of the last things that I wanted to mention that was in the article, in the 1990s, a public opinion poll found that 63% of African Americans believe depression was a personal weakness, and only 31% believe it was a health problem. So like that's basically the stigma of mental health in the black community. And this was the 90s, and granted, we talk a lot about mental health now, but it's still, we got that majority out there, like people that's stuck in their ways, that's out there, and it's just like, ain't nothing wrong with me, ain't nothing wrong with them, like all this.
And that holds a lot of people back from growth though.
Yeah.
Because they so stuck in these ways. People feel like you change because you're growing. And I just hate that a lot of times, I wouldn't just necessarily say it's us, but once again, I can only speak for us because that's what I be around or whatever. But it's so many times that we just feel like, oh, they done changed, but nah, nigga, they grew up.
Yeah.
They're maturing.
Yeah.
What the fuck you need to do? Like,
yeah.
why is it so hard for some people to actually want to evolve or can accept others are evolving around them?
Because another thing that's in the black community is, you gotta be real, and they just feel like you're not being real if you change. So if I switch up, then I ain't being real no more. So that's another thing. But you want to share your personal experience with mental health?
Yeah, I can start off with something. So my personal experience are things that I'm facing with mental health. I would say, to my knowledge, I don't know if my mama has ever been diagnosed with anything, but my dad, before he passed, he was bipolar and schizophrenic. And I make jokes all the time, like, you know, I'm slick bipolar. But I don't know, I've never been diagnosed bipolar, but I know for one, I have mood swings like it's nobody's business sometimes. But I've noticed from the time, like around the time that my dad passed 2 years ago, I really started noticing like I've gained anxiety, like severely. Like I really have anxiety a lot, and I think it's with Till and I always been friends or whatever, but we be around each other a lot more now because we're recording. So I see her every week. Like I'm thinking, are you starting to see it more? Like how I get anxious, you know? Because I noticed a few times you be like, just calm down.
Like when?
Just anytime. Like the most recent time I can think of, like just off the top of my head was, we was at our first study lunch.
Oh yeah, you get jittery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've noticed like I've been suffering from anxiety, and a lot of times I do feel like I have a lot going on with like my mood swings and stuff like that. But I've been having a hard time. Like I guess because I be holding so much in or whatever, and I've always been the type of person like I'm only gonna tell you what I want you to know. Mm-hmm. So I guess with the stigma with black people type thing, I don't even think it's a more of a stigma. I think it's just I just know that I only want to tell what I want to share, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I've been having a hard time, but I've been opening up more to certain things like that. So that's why I also did sign up for therapy. I'm learning to express myself a lot more, but it's just one thing. You can go ahead and start on yours though.
Well, I was just gonna say like I pretty much, you know, like the stigma that they say about that we just discussed about black community. In the black community, I don't even really feel like growing up in my household, it was just more so of mental health wasn't talked about like at all, and it was just more so of you deal with your shit and then you come out. Like you go in there, deal with your shit or whatever, and then you come out. So that's how basically I was. I've always been like that. And it actually, like, as an adult, it affected me as an adult. And it started in 2019, and what I noticed was like it was always after my birthday. So from 2019 to 2022 now, so always after my birthday, like either late September, well my birthday is like, well it's right mid-September, but the end of September, or either like October, beginning of October, like it'll just kick in out of nowhere. And
what'll kick in?
Like I experienced, so okay, I didn't even share that. So I was just experiencing depression.
A seasonal depression?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it wasn't until like last year that I realized it's seasonal depression because it happens around the same time each year. But I'm gonna get into the actual diagnosis or whatever, because it's seasonal depression, but it's really not seasonal depression at the same time. But anyways, so yeah, that was when I first started experiencing mental health issues. Where I would say I did try to go ahead and sign up for therapy then, because like one thing about me is I'm also in the counseling field. So at this point I was in my actual program, so I'm like, I know I'm damn sure not scared to talk to nobody or whatever. So I actually had started that process, but at that time, like all the doctors that like were within my network and within my surrounding, like a lot of them weren't taking new people, so they weren't accepting new clients or whatever. So a lot of folks were saying, you know, they wouldn't be accepting them until January. And then of course, you know, you really got to be in the mood to go through all that, because you got to go through questionnaires and all that different type of stuff. But COVID ended up hitting March 2020, so it was just like another hold on it. So I actually didn't even start therapy until October 2021.
Yeah.
2 years later. But I think I started it at the right time or whatever. So I ain't really like just stressing it, but I also felt like I was in a mood where I was ready to share and talk about things. And like I said, my issue really is I just hold when I put a lot on me. That's where my anxiety come in. I got put all this different stuff on me, and I just gotta get it done, and it gotta be. I'm a perfectionist. That's another major thing to my anxiety, because I'm a perfectionist. Like, I can literally do something, and if I'm not satisfied with it, like, I gotta just start from scratch. I'm not gonna be satisfied until it's the way that I want to be. So, like, I just basically put a lot on myself, and that's actually what I shared my first session. She was like, so what all are you doing? And I was just naming everything that I had going on. And as I was sitting there naming things, I was like, damn, Tilja, like, you really doing it much and doing so much. And she literally said, once I named everything, she was like, why you doing so much? And I was like, it wasn't until I was literally just naming everything that I realized
you had a chance to look back
like I really got to, and kids, lie, like, I started taking all that weight off my shoulders, like, and like I was telling you, I don't really be experiencing my anxiety like I used to. It was like back every day, all day type thing, but I really don't turn, like, just let go so much, and that's what's been helping me.
But I honestly can say I have seen that growth. Shit, really since 2019, like, it sounds like it's at you. But it's really since 2019, even before you haven't even done much of therapy. This is like just on you, like, so hats off and kudos to you for real, because like I've just seen you grow and evolve in the past 2 years, and even with the seasonal depression or whatever the diagnosis is or whatever, like I see that or whatever, but
it's Atlanta.
But I feel like we traded places with that, because now I feel like I got so much on my plate, and I'm really trying to figure out how to handle it. Like, and being that I don't really know how to handle it, it's like I have panic attacks or anxiety attacks all the time. And then especially when I got a lot going on, and these past 3 months, really birthday season had started pretty much 3 months ago. For us and our friends or whatever, and so I've just been traveling a lot. I've just been doing a lot. I've been working a lot, been recording. It's just like so much going on that's been added to my life. Just right now, I'm trying to juggle it all, and I'm still trying to, be an entrepreneur too, because I set this goal for myself. But I set this goal for myself, and it's like, of course, I'm in my head like, bitch, you gotta do this, because next year is coming up. You said next year, but at least by the end of next year, you want to be a full-time entrepreneur, and that security for me to be a full-time entrepreneur. Granted, it is so many people that just step out fully, but at the same time, the bitch got a lot of the bills. The bitch can't just like just step out. I need some type of security. Like, yes, I am a risk taker, but I need some type of security. So I'm just like, I be busting my ass so much. It's been a few times Tia be like, Rick, just take off of work, and I be like, can't do it, my boy. Like, so without me taking those mental health days, that's what I don't do anymore. And I'm about to ease into one of my other teach skills. I don't care for myself as much anymore. And when I'm saying care, it's not like, oh, I don't care for myself. I used to be big on self-care days. I used to be into yoga a lot, like up on taking my vitamins. Everything I used to do, like, was so much into self-care. Like, I did not bullshit about self-care. Like, the both of us, I didn't bullshit. Like, I didn't miss a week. Like, it used to either be Thursday or Sunday. So I always knew it's either going to be one of those days. So if I miss one day, I got the next day coming up. Like, I did not play about it. Now I don't. And I feel like I'm enjoying who I am. I'm loving the woman who I'm becoming, but I really got to tap back into that. And about my therapy session, she was asking me about some of my things, like what's my triggers. So I had to ask myself, like, I don't really know my triggers like that. Like, I do know when it happens, you know, what triggers me or whatever. But, like, in it, you know, if I'm just asked on the spot, I won't know. So she was telling me, like, identify my triggers. And that way I can be able to, you know, look after myself even, you know, better. Like,
that's like, I was just like, if you don't know what those triggers are, it's like, it's no way for you to really get a grasp on whatever. Because just like something as simple as, oh, I'm finna go to such and such house, and I know such and such gonna be over here. So let me go ahead and mentally prepare myself to be around this person, so that just in case situation happen, this is how I need it. This is how Tilja needs to handle herself, because you already know that this person is this person, and they ain't finna change, but you in a different space or whatever. So yeah, like, if you don't know those triggers, it's no way that you can kind of work on whatever that is.
Yeah. And with that session, one of the worksheets was about, like, you know, triggers or whatever. And so I told her, she was like, well, just anything. So I ended up telling her, like, on Wednesdays, I'm anxious when it's time for me to go to work. It's because different people. Not saying that I can't work if I'm not around, you know, the people who I like working with. But it's just like the energy is different. So now it kind of throws my vibe off or whatever. So the part that I didn't like about the therapy session was, that was the first thing that came to my mind, because Wednesday was the day before my session. So I was like, okay, so when I go to work on Wednesdays, I'm anxious. And so the full assignment was about it. And I kept telling her, like, I kind of want to choose another trigger, because I don't want that much focus on work or whatever. But after the fact, I kind of looked at it like, you know, I still got to go to work every Wednesday. So, you know, but once again, like I said, I was in a different headspace that day. I wasn't trying to talk about, you know.
You trying to talk about what you wanted to
talk about. Bitch, fuck work. What that goddamn job?
But what she, were you done talking about it?
Yeah.
I was going to say, what I was initially diagnosed with was anxiety and psychosocial depression. And basically, psychosocial depression, like, my depression basically comes a lot from basically how I feel myself as far as me fit into society or whatever. So it can be literally anything. I might just start just not giving myself grades, going in on myself, beat myself up because I'm not where I want to be in life. Or it's I don't know, it's just different things that go into, like, I'm trying to read I actually wrote, okay, it's depression caused by social factors. So examples would be like financial situations, the places in your life, how you see yourself. So those are like kind of things that trigger me and trigger my depression. Like, it just depends on where I'm at in my life, because again, granted, it's a seasonal time and I'm able to jump out of it, but it's just always when I start really, I guess honestly, I feel like it's the end of the year and I haven't really met my goals or whatever. And so, like, now it's like I'm beating myself up. So that's what I'm getting from it, because like I always say, like, come February or whatever, I'm cool. Because it's like, it's a new start. Like, January, I'm still like, but it's a new start. Like, I got all these months ahead of me. I can, you know, do what I need to do to get it done. But that's just even like how this year, Lord willing, I don't experience it, because like even now, like how I start writing my goals down, and not just writing them down, but breaking them down to accomplish like smaller goals to accomplish this one big goal. So like I'm doing these type of things, implementing these things now, so that when that time of the year does come around, I probably more than likely won't feel that way this year. So that's the goal, to not feel like that this year.
With that being said, I will also say is going back to you know, I was saying like practicing self-care more, getting back more in tune with myself, because if I'm not able to identify them triggers, how am I going to, you know, move past certain situations, or, you know, learn how to handle my stressors in certain situations or whatever. That way I'm not so bothered by things, or overwhelmed with things or whatever. So I definitely want to get back into that. So, and I
got a tip for the overwhelming. So just remind me, because I know I'm gonna forget.
Okay. So one thing that I do like about the therapy is they push for you to try to get in the habit of writing something every day, your thoughts out every day, what's going on every day, that way you're able to reflect it, or sometimes like you're not keeping it bottled inside or whatever. So and that's what she was trying to tell me, like that'll help me identify my triggers as well. But I do like the fact that they do that, because but yeah, it does give me the chance to get back in tune with myself or whatever. Damn, what the fuck I'm gonna say. And so, like, you know, just speaking more positivity into my life, and even what you were saying, like the productivity board, like that's something that I do want to do, but I don't know what it is for me, but it's like so many things that I say I want to do, but when it's time to do it, I just get so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, I do want to do that. I do want to be organized. I do want to, you know, do so many different things, but it's just like,
yeah.
And I just shy away from it sometimes. But it's okay, and I guess that'll come with prayer, because another thing is I'm trying to be more intentional with my prayers. And being that I am experiencing, like, you know, going through some things mentally or whatever, I've been trying to be more intentional. So I guess that can be something that you know, I can say, because I've been saying for the longest, I have so many damn sticky notes in my house that I bought but haven't used yet. I've been saying, like, I want to get into, like, writing daily affirmations for myself. Something that'll just, you know, help me, give me the extra push when I'm having a day. Or, you know, something like that. Or to remind me, like, this is what you're doing it for. Like, or just a little bit at a time or stuff like that. But I ain't started.
I would say, you know, the Zen garden game. You know how, like, each morning, like, but when you open it, it's gonna give you an affirmation. Like, I use that as one of my outlets for affirmations, and I also use the We the Urban page or whatever. But each morning I do the little daily puzzle on Zen Garden, so it's like that's the first thing I do. Like, before, I'm not gonna say like before I get out of bed, it's not the first thing I do, but like before I'm finna really get my day started, it's the first thing I do. So I gotta see that affirmation, so I can play my little daily puzzle or whatever, beat that, get my little coins up or whatever. But and playing games is an outlet for me too. Like how you get on social media, say, you know, you start getting on social media when you get fidgeting. I play games, or I watch something, I go look at something.
And honestly, and I was about to speak on you too, so I can bring this up about the Zen Garden game that she told me about. How she ended up telling me about it is because when I was on my social media break at the beginning of the year, I was telling her, like, you know, I'm loving not being on social media, but it's a way that I use it as an outlet when I'm, you know, I feel antsy or whatever, to take my mind, quickly take my mind off it. So she recommended to me the Zen Garden game or whatever, but shit, sometimes that shit is stressing me out too, because I can't get past that. And then with, like, each level of course gets harder, so I just be like, I don't have no more lives, like, what else am I supposed to do? So I kind of like stop playing a little bit, but I really did like those affirmations. But what I was saying earlier is one is good, because good that we're having this actual tea spill about mental health, because one, we talk all the fucking time. And it's so crazy because people actually go through things silently. And this season of depression, this is my first time ever hearing about it.
Yeah.
Well, her going into detail about it. I do know that for the past like 2 years, you have expressed like, oh, it'll be after her depression is over.
Yeah.
When I was experiencing depression, I'm like, what?
Because remember, I internalized everything.
Yes. So being that you've gone through the things that I'm experiencing now, like it's helping me.
Yeah.
Like, so I really do like the fact that we're able to have this conversation, like we said at the beginning of the tea spill, like it's shedding light on it, like making people feel more comfortable. Like I've been saying I wanted to start therapy. This was for some time. I still was teaching, and I know the year before 2019 we had a big family meeting, like with my immediate family, and I was saying like I really wanted to do therapy, but I had kept saying like I want to do it, but I don't feel like I've been so ready to and open to share and accept advice until like right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, like I come to you with different things more. Like I probably wouldn't talk about more. Like I'm just in a different space.
Yeah.
I'm growing. I can't, and sometimes I do feel like being that I'm growing. Okay, well you should already be here, like mentally on some different shit. But that's the part of growth. I can't compare myself to another friend that's already has gotten there.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Advice on being overwhelmed.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna I should have put that in my notes. I should give like tips on helping, like if you're experiencing anxiety and depression or whatever. So, are you done with your tea spill?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just move into tips and advice, like if you're experiencing anxiety and depression. Everybody's is different. Yeah. Everybody, what you experience is completely different. So what Brittany is experiencing may not be the exact same thing that I'm experiencing. So it may everything that I've shared with her may not work for her or whatever. Or you might as well give it up. You might as well give it up.
I just want to say it's a lip gloss bandit in my house because me and Till, we both lost our lip gloss, and I found this old lip gloss, but we can be able to get out.
I had my lip gloss earlier, and I don't know where it's at. Brittany had hers. She don't know where hers at. So yeah.
But anyway, the tips and advice.
Okay, so one thing, like I said, I like find you something that you like to do. So in those moments when you feel anxious or you feeling, you feel that sadness, unhappiness coming over you, you go do that thing that makes you happy, or that keeps your mind going and mind to focus on something else. So like I said, for me, it's games. When I run out of lives on one games, I'm going to play Panda Pop. I run out of lives on there, I'm going to play Royal Match. Like I got games on my phone that I'm gonna play. I got Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Peacock, Prime, everything. Like I'm gonna find me something to watch. I'm gonna find me a comedy, like just whatever mood I'm in. I'm gonna find something to match that. So I would say just get a hobby or whatever, so you can use that as an outlet. Self-care, like Brittany said, we've always been big on self-care, and self-care can be something so simple as
sitting on the porch.
Coming outside, sitting on the porch, just for me, self-care is like just being more in tune with myself and what's around me, like true nature itself. So I like going outside. I go sit on my balcony, my deck, and I just have a good old time. Like I might bring my music out, or I might just listen to the birds chirp, the crickets make their noise, whatever. So yeah, definitely self-care. Another thing would be affirmations. That's actually something that I've gotten into this year. And again, like I said, one of the games that I play, it gives you affirmations daily. I follow Instagram pages that gives affirmations, and it's just basically like just what I learned is the power of the tongue is real, and that's actually what, you know how I said I put little quotes that I came up with for each category that I had on my productivity board. And so for my affirmations, I put the power of the tongue is real. Use your power to manifest positivity over your life.
Yeah.
So, and that's like, when I say the power of the tongue is for real. So, like, I've been heavy into just, finding positive things that I can pour into myself or whatever. Journaling. I don't journal as much as I did at first, but I like to write. I was journaling every day. Like, you remember I ended up telling you, like, my questions to myself was, what was my favorite thing? Like, what my takeaway from the day? Of course, what I look forward to for tomorrow. I can't remember all the different aspects, but like, just get those questions to just kind of tune in to, so you can kind of prepare yourself to be a better you or whatever, and to just get your emotions or whatever out. Like I said, I internalize a lot of things. So me writing it was really my outlet for the longest. Like, granted, I have Bree, that's my best friend, and she's been my outlet. She's my diary. Like, we've been best friends since 7th grade. So, but it's still things that I wouldn't share with her. It's still things that I wouldn't share with Brittany. So that's that stuff that I take and write in my journal or whatever. But those are a couple things. I wish I would have prepared ahead, because it's a lot more things.
You still did good though. You can always follow up too.
Yeah. And that productivity board, I just started that this month. And I look forward to looking at it every day, putting my affirmations on there, repeating them, looking at my goals, looking at my daily tasks, and taking them off. That's another thing for me. I like to check off things. I like to see things disappear, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. I'm being productive or whatever. So that's just something that helps me. But yeah. So I think that concludes our tea-spill of mental health. And it's so many aspects that we could have touched on. And, if you're suffering from mental health, you have something that you want to share or ask, maybe that me and Brittany can tone in on, drop it down in the comment section. Like, we here for each other. We here for y'all. Like, it's a us thing. Like, we got to build each other up mentally first and emotionally. But yeah. Okay, so right now we're gonna go ahead and slide into our
vibe on demand.
Our vibes on demand. Okay, you gonna do yours?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go first. Okay. Part of my tea spill, and so I have a two-part vibe on demand today. Part of it is my tea spill. Like I said, I'm trying to get back to me, the being organized type thing or whatever, or just more to self-care. I was more so in tune with myself. Now, so I'm trying to get back in tune with myself. A song that I listen to every day is Self-Love or whatever. And I can give y'all the name of it. It's by Jason Lyric on his Outer Body Experience EP. I love this song. Like, I've been listening to it not every day this week, but for a while I've been listening to every day or whatever. And it's just been helping me, like, remind me, like, you that bitch.
Yeah.
Tap into her.
Yeah.
Enjoy her.
Yeah.
Love her. But my other vibe on the man is somebody from TikTok. Somebody from TikTok, her name is Tajay Shantae. And the reason why I just fell in love with her is because I really want to be organized. And she's one of the people, when I type in, if I go on TikTok, I look at things that motivates me or whatever. I get on there to laugh or whatever sometimes, but I'm mainly getting on there to really learn. That's why I really, really like TikTok, because I be learning a lot of shit. I be getting put down on game about a lot of stuff. And she's just so organized, and it's I aspire to be like that, so it motivates me. I'm gonna do mine like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I get everything decluttered or whatever, mine gonna be like this. It's just gonna give me more peace and sanity. And another thing that I do, reason why I feel like sometimes I'm kind of like this is because I feel like I've outgrown this space, my apartment. So I feel like it's just so cluttered, and when I see clutter, my brain is cluttered, and it's just like that's why I'm all over the place. I'm not home. Don't even feel like home a little bit more for me. That's why I'm trying to make some changes.
Yeah.
Somehow. So.
And this is what I was gonna say. I didn't even do the overwhelming too. The thing to overwhelming is you got to plan ahead. You got, and when I say plan ahead, like not just plan, you got to see it through. Because I can say that I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and by the time it's time for me to actually, like, the purpose of me doing this thing was gonna be for something. Say for instance, packing. Let's just say the day is Monday, and I gotta go out of town on Friday. I know this is gonna be a crazy week, like leading up to this trip or whatever. So me, of course, all my appointments and stuff planned, but I keep saying I need to go ahead and pack. I need to go ahead and pack. Like, but I never get to packing, and then I'm packing. I'm overwhelmed, frustrated, because I'm packing the night before.
I always pull on the overnighter every time.
So, like, you gotta see it through. Plan and see it through. That can help with overwhelming. I'm sorry, but yeah, that had just came to my head.
No, that's good. So yeah, that's my tea spill for today. I mean, not my tea spill, my vibe on the man for today. Who's yours? Or what is yours?
My vibe on the man is Mahalia. I think that's how you say her name. But you know the girl, the singer. I didn't even know she's kind of Jamaican, but she's a British Jamaican singer. That's what she's considered to be. But like one of the songs that she did, if you're not familiar with her, was the song with Ella May. They did it to the Cameron Oh Boy beat. But anyways, she's my vibe on the man. She just dropped an EP called Letter to Your Ex. And basically, like, when you click on it, it reads a silky EP on relationships, vulnerability, and leaving exes in the past. It's 5 songs, 14 minutes long. It's a whole vibe. I've been vibing to it since I came across it the other day, and I ended up sending it to our playlist group. But yeah, so Mahalia, Letter to Your Ex is my vibe on demand. And then we can go ahead and slide into
question of the night.
Alright,
so question of the night is, how would you handle situations when you have a friend that's possessive over you or pretty much want you to themselves?
Definitely gonna have a conversation with you. Because, you know, like, I hang around, I have a lot of friends, and I'm not into showing favoritism or none of that. So if all my friends gonna be around each other at the end of the day, in one point in time they're gonna be around each other, and I don't need for it to be no bad energy because you feeling some type of way. I'm just gonna have a conversation with you just to let you know, like, you know, we have our bond. You ain't gotta worry about this bond being broken. Like, we good. Like, as long as you don't be on no crazy shit, like, we good or whatever. But I would just have a conversation.
Okay. Well, as usual.
Ditto.
Similar answer. And that's actually happened to me before, and we had the conversation, and then it happened again. And this person was like, I just want you to myself. They literally said, I'm so possessive over you. I just kind of like want you in my back pocket. And I just couldn't, like, I can't.
That's weird to me. Like, that's weird energy because we grown. Why can't I live my life?
And to this day, we're not friends. So that's really why I wanted to know, like, how would y'all handle that? Like, I did have that conversation, but how much after that conversation are you willing to, you know, handle? Because if you're like a person like myself and you have multiple friends or friends from different walks of life or whatever, and then you just got this one friend that don't want to share you, then what do you do? Answer that.
Yep. All right, well, that concludes episode 10 of Auntie Talk. It's your girl, Notorious Teal.
And your girl, the Brittany Jean.
And if you haven't already, like, share, comment, subscribe, answer our question of the night, tap into our tea spill. And also, y'all, follow us on Instagram. We never say anything about Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
But follow us on Instagram is AunTEA_talk. But until next time, bye.